So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the Java JDK, which also includes the Java runtime since everything runs on Java. So we'll start this. Yes. Next. TRE development tools, blah, default location's fine. So here it's saying I need to install the Java runtime, and the default location for that's fine. Hit next. So while it's installing, one thing that we'll want to do is we'll want to jump down to where it's installing, Java JDK, and we will want to grab these paths. And let's just go in here. So this is the root, and that's the bin directory. We don't want that. And then and then what do you got for me? This Java FX SDK setup is not necessary from what I can tell. The Java FX is kind of a new framework that Java has released to do things in a little bit different way. It's supposed to be pretty cool, yada yada, but it doesn't have anything to do with Eclipse and Android development, so I'm just going to say no thanks. And then we're going to grab this install path and the bin directory. So we want to add these 4 paths to our environmental paths. And the way that we do that is we right-click on the My Computer icon on your desktop, and you say Properties, and that will pop up this interface. We go to Advanced System Settings, and we go to Environmental Variables, and we go to Path, and we hit Edit, copy what's in there. Actually, you know what? It looks like it already put it in there for us. If it's not in there, then we'll paste the path. So here's our big path, and I may have left this in there. So basically, it should look like this when you get it, and we'll just tack on this, put a semicolon, tack on that, semicolon, tack on that, semicolon, and there you go. There's your finished path. And that basically allows your operating system to execute the different things that are in those folders without having to round for them or give you an error message saying that it can't find them. So now it's updated, and there's our path. You may have to restart after updating that path. I'm pretty sure that I already had that in there, so I don't need to restart at this point. So now that we've got Java installed, the next step is to install Eclipse, and that's done by simply extracting it. No installation necessary, really. Oop, that's the wrong one. There we go. That's the right one we just downloaded. And we are going to extract everything and put it into that folder. Alright, so that's done. And then we're going to do the same thing for the Android SDK. I create a new folder for that. Android SDK. I'm going to take the file that we got here, extract to here, go. Alright, so now that we've extracted the Android SDK and we've got the Eclipse IDE installed, let's put them in a more appropriate place. I'm going to move the Eclipse folder down to my program files, which is the 64-bit location. Looks like I have an old folder there, same name. Alright, and then we're going to move the Android SDK down to the 32-bit version because the Android SDK is 32-bit, not 64-bit. And what we're going to want to do is go ahead and create a shortcut for the Eclipse. And we're going to move that up to desktop. And then we're going to go into the Android SDK. And we're going to run this SDK manager. And what this does is it basically updates everything in here and gives you the tools that you're going to need. So it first starts out and it pulls the internet and it says what are all the available SDK versions, what are all the available software that you can install, and then gives you a list and says, okay, what do you want to install? So at this point, what I would recommend doing is installing 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3. I'm not going to install 4.1, which is the default. And what this is, basically, Android's operating system has different versions, just like Windows does. You've got, the Windows 98, Windows NT 4, Windows 2000, Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows Vista, whatever. So Android's operating system has the same thing going on. They have a version number and an API version that goes along with that version number, and then they have a nickname. So you've got Android version 1.0, and then 1.1, and then 1.5. I guess they started calling their version numbers, nicknaming them after desserts or sweets. It was called Cupcake. 1.6 was Donut. 2.0 was Eclair. 2.1 was also considered Eclair. 2.2 was Froyo. 2.3 was Gingerbread. 3 was Honeycomb. 4 is Ice Cream Sandwich. 4.1 is Jelly Bean.